what's going on in the mortgage housing market today and what to anticipate for the remaining 2023 year. Today I'm with Jeff Dynick. He is an expert in mortgages. He's had over 20 years experience. How many years have you been in mortgage?
30.
Oh, 30 years. I'm way underestimated you. He's a wealth of knowledge and expert, and also, oh, by the way, I'm Dana Pollard with the Dana Pollard Group. I'm with Keller Williams Realty, an agent here in Texas. And what I want to do is I want to introduce you to Jeff, but also announce that we have partnered with Family Tree Mortgage with Jeff, just so that we can specifically help you move to Texas. We specialize in helping people move to Texas, and we want to make the most incredible programs available to you. Okay, so let's get in with on the market. So Jeff, tell us a little bit where you feel we are today, recent news, and where we're headed in 2023.
Okay, well, recently there's been some positive news come out in just the economy as a whole. The consumer price index came in at expected levels or lower. What that translates to is the Fed not raising rates again or raising them less than they have in recent months. How that transitions into the mortgage industry is that it's a trickle down to the bond market, basically, in mortgage-backed securities, where if the volatility in the economy and the inflation starts tapering off, the mortgage rates should level out. Now, in the foreseeable future, and I mean for probably the remainder of 2023, mortgage rates are going to stay about the same. We probably won't see any significant decrease in rates till the beginning of 2024. But, nobody really knows.
Yeah, we can't predict the future, but right. I feel the same way. I'm anticipating maybe a little more leveling off, just like you said. And the reason is the CPI, Consumer Price Index, right? When that comes in lower, tell me if I'm wrong.
You're right.
When that comes in lower, then that means that there's less spending, which means inflation is coming down, right?
Right.
Which means the feds are not as likely to increase interest rates because that's kind of their lever, one of their main levers on controlling interest rates, correct?
Absolutely correct.
Okay, I got it.
Yes.
All right, so I do feel the same as you. Now, Jeff, tell me a little bit why you feel like it would be better for a buyer to purchase now rather than wait till 2024, because we kind of anticipate 2024 coming down a little bit in interest rates. But what does that mean for a buyer?
Well, I would say for the buyer that's in the market now, it would be worthwhile to go ahead and purchase the home, even though your rate may not be as low as what it would have been a year and a half ago. And it may not be as low as if you wait, but if you wait, you're going to lose an opportunity to buy that home. And in the current market conditions, as far as I'm aware of, homes are going very quickly and prices continue to rise.
That's
so
true.
What I encourage people to do is if you find a home, you like the home, buy the home. Don't worry about the rate, because you're only going to make that payment for a year and a half, and we'll go back and refinance you at that lower rate and save you money down, for the long term.
Let me ask you this. Being a dad, how would you say you had a daughter in the market? She's a first-time home buyer.
Right.
What would your dad advice be to her? Say she's qualified, she has saved her money for down payment. What would be your dad advice genuinely to your daughter?
If it was my daughter and she found a home that fit all her needs and it was at a reasonable price, I would encourage her to go ahead and pull the trigger on that home. Because having purchased several homes myself, I know that when you find one and you don't pull the trigger, a lot of times you go back and that home's already gone and you miss that opportunity. So I would, being a dad, tell my daughter, go ahead and buy it and don't worry about making a little higher payment. Again, it's only going to be for a year, maybe a year and a half till we refinance and get you a lower payment over a longer term, so there's no reason really to get caught up on interest rates, because you're not going to pay all that interest back, because we'll refinance you and you may not even be in that home 30 years.
Yeah, that's very true. So at the end of the day, I would advise my kids, if they were in the market today or considering on the fence, I would probably say go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm personally not afraid of buying real estate because my biggest regret is selling my real estate in 2009. When all...
If you just waited.
If I had just hung on to it. My biggest regret is always selling a property, never buying a property up to this point in my life. So that's kind of my thoughts and my advice if I had kids. And so we say kids, not that you're a kid, but that you can just understand we want to be genuine and not offer information just to get you to buy, but genuinely we believe in real estate.
It is still the best investment. It really is.
Yeah.
So
I fully believe that. We just recently purchased a new home. We did keep our last home as a rental because we believe in real estate. We would have purchased recently if it were not for that. Any final thoughts on the current market or where you feel it may go in the rest of 2023?
Again, the best outlook for 2023 that we're hoping for is just things kind of level off. The last year has been chaotic. That's a stretch. And so, just if things can level off and people, understand that this is not for the life of the loan. This is not a 30-year commitment. It is a short-term year, maybe 2 years, even 3. The excess interest that you would pay compared between 7 and 6 or 5.5% that you would have gotten a year ago is minimal. And you're going to lose all these opportunities to purchase a home, the home that maybe the home of your dreams, the one you've been looking for that isn't going to be there if you wait because you're worried about paying an extra $50 a month. Because it literally equates to $50, $60 a month. It's not a lot of increase.
Yeah.
It's over, if you did that for 30 years, it's a huge increase.
Yes.
If you're doing it for a year or two, it's, not much, $1,200 extra,
Our first home, we had 8.25% interest rate, and we were so excited about refinancing at 6.5%.
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Right. When I started, people were getting 12%, and they were happy.
Yeah. 30 years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
I did hear about the 80s. Crazy interest rates.
Yes.
Okay, well, very good. Well, thank you so much for your input. So if you want to buy a home in Texas or want more information, I have a Dream Home questionnaire in the link below. You can also fill out an application for a mortgage in the link below. Either one, if you fill out the Dream Home questionnaire, you'll get a call from Jeff. Or if you just want to go straight and give him a call or fill out his application, that is fine too. We'll help you narrow down where to live. He's going to help you understand the financial aspect and what it's going to take to finance a home and get you started. So if you have any questions, fill out the link below and we'll see you in our next video.